Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, DeMarco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake, DeMarco. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards.
Boy, of all the guys on the field to lose track of, how do you lose track of him? I think even he was surprised at all the space he had. You just hoping your quarterback sees you in that spot. Fortunately, he did, and it leads to a gigantic play.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, DeMarco. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. DeMarco. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua from 19 yards away. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Purdy. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Charvarius Ward in on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down, DeMarco. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And down to the 41.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he will find his man Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are back within a score. Though CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
To throw on third down, DeMarco. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Able to slither by. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 56 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. On first down, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Out of the gun, Purdy. That is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Now Purdy. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 10-7 our score after 1 right here. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Purdy from the gun. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's going to be another first down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Pass complete there to Nakula. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. DeMarco. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 Atwell from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Back to throw. DeMarco. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. On third down, it's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Looking to throw on second down. DeMarco going to be taken in here by Nakua. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. Still on his feet. Touchdown, LA! Kyren Williams, 45 yards. And the Rams are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Cam Akers, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. The throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Shifts past him at the 45. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, San Francisco.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And a 49er first down.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Back to throw, Purdy. A quick throw, but incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Off play action. DeMarco. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A game there of 30 big ones.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. DeMarco. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big run.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Throwing on first down. DeMarco will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Colby Parkinson from 13 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from this head coach.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Here's 2nd and 7. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. DeMarco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Completes it to Jennings. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost used as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. McCaffrey will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, DeMarco. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The busy night continues for Williams. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
First down, 49ers.
Samuel going to go in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. But a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a short gain here down to the 22. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Able to find the open man. stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Purdy off the play fake. Steps away and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The football going back to the Rams now. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've gathered their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Here's Purdy to throw. Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Throwing, Purdy. That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays.
But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, and he gets them to 1-0.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for L.A., they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the